Hello, Collective. How you doing today? So glad to be here with you, and welcome to my channel. I'm Celestial Farm Girl, and I'd just like to welcome you in. I don't know what we're going to talk about today. I'd really like to thank all my subscribers, and I would like to thank those who have been with me for a year now. I started this channel a year ago, and I started from zero, and I am almost up to 50 subscribers where I get to go live, and I'm really excited about that. So without further ado, I am not good at small talk. I'm better suited for talk about deep things. And so I'm going to get right into this reading. And I'm going to start with the angel deck. And I'm going to pray and ask the Holy Spirit for guidance to show us, just an overall energy read of how we're doing, how the Divine Collective is doing, and what are any of the challenges that we're facing as far as cleansing our energy, lifting our vibration, feeling better about who we are, learning to love ourselves on a deeper level, things like that. Progress made with companions or significant others, or just people in general. How is the people thing going? Are we loving one another? Are we being kind to each other? Are we taking into consideration that we all got problems, and that we're giving birth to a new world, which means old structures and old worlds must be torn down in order to be replaced by new idealism and ideologies that benefit the greater whole, that benefit more people than just the few. And so we're going to draw a card, and we're going to call upon the power of the Holy Spirit for an answer from the energies of the angels to tell us what we could best do to begin progressing into this new world. We have 6 of Earth. Am I upside down? No. 6 of Earth. Gifts of money, time, or effort. I'm not going to read none of these upside down. New career opportunities. Receiving a loan or paying off debts. So you could help balance out the world by giving gifts, time, effort, picking up on new career opportunities, taking out a loan or paying off debts would increase your stability at this time. And of course, I'm sure, the gifts of money I'm not even paying attention to. Not a lot of people have any money right now. But time and effort, doing your best, and, letting that pay off by, you can tell yourself, I have done my best. When you know you've done your best, you can be happy with that. And while, dealing with whatever problems you have to deal with, if you're doing your best, then, you can be proud of yourself in whatever situation you're in. And when you're doing your best. When you've covered the bases. When you've tried and just, done your best. And balancing out things, bringing things, to bear. Being happy with who you are and what's going on. And always do your best, because God always blesses the best. The Holy Spirit will bless you when you, this is green, and we see the butterfly. When you rise from being a caterpillar, when you're crawling on the ground and you just don't know what to do, and you need to curl up and just try to make yourself into something new, so when you come out of that cocoon, you are doing your best. You have transformed and moved forward, and you will be flying higher. So just do your best, people. We all are, right? We're all doing our best, making it as easy on ourselves as we can and others as well. King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. This is a very beautiful angel right here. Be a leader in your area where you are. God is calling, Holy Spirit is calling on people with strength and the creative ability to lead people into better, more prosperous, happy places. Innovation, new ideas. If you've got a new idea, get it out there. Let the people know that you have this idea. Spread it around. Start a terror channel, just so you can exploit that idea. Just so you can talk about it all the time. Okay. Come on, bring that idea out. Show us what you got. Show us what you got. Be innovative. Be creative in your life. Live on all different levels, not just the work level, not just the home level, but throw a creative level in there too. Where you take 20, 30 minutes a day to yourself to work on creating something that you love, no matter what it is. A picture, a letter, a writing, a story. Just use that creative fire that is within you. Don't let it go to waste. An ideal. Be renewed. Review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Do not allow yourself to become stagnant and sit in the same place every single day, doing the same thing every single day, thinking the same thoughts every single day. Do not be trapped in your mind. Move your spirit from here to your heart. The mind is a horrible place to live in. The heart's more comfortable, loving, kind, gentle, and understanding. So open your heart, work on healing your heart, and command the spirit to leave your mind and move into your heart. And you will live a lot happier, and there's no doubt about that. If you're not happy living in your heart, you need healing. If you have triggers from living in your heart, then you need healing. Triggers are only for healing. I had a trigger today, big old trigger. And there I was thinking I was all the way healed. And no, I had a trigger from back when I was 7 years old. Can you believe that? And I was astounded and I cried. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe that I'm being triggered by something that happened to me when I was 7 years old, and that it really made me feel sad. And it could be that this emotion had been coming up in me for 2 or 3 days, because I've been like off and on. And it finally hit, and I realized that, I had things that I was still healing, that I'll be healing for a long, long time. And, to work with those emotions was not easy. And to allow people to see me working through those emotions were not easy, because it hit me in front of others. And, the trigger where you get mad, frustrated, you don't really know what's going on. And you have to excuse yourself from everybody and sit down and think, my God, what has happened to me? And then, you begin to piece 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 together. And, you come up with 10, and it's exactly that. It's the end. It's the end, because that trigger brought that emotion out. and you went with it and you allowed yourself to feel the pain and the remorse and the disappointment, which I did. And then as soon as I was done crying, I'm like, I release it, and I did, and I know that that trigger will never come back to me again, because I used that trigger. I used that trigger to heal myself. And, with the power of the Holy Spirit, of course, and God, and Mother Earth, and love, and nature, and all the beautiful things that God has created for us on this planet. But the thing is the emotion that I felt when the thing happened came up. And I was 7 years old again. And, not out of control per se, but it was, wow, where'd that come from? And I had to get myself back together and figure out what in the world had just happened. I just astral traveled back to my 7-year-old self and felt that pain all over again, experienced it, and I realized, oh my God, yeah, that was healing. I was healing, and I didn't even really recognize it at the time. So, 2 of water, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So me going through those emotions, and just before that, I got 3 of water, a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement, the need to have more fun. The need to have more fun, people. We need to bring more fun into our lives and let go of a lot of the stress that really doesn't do us any good to carry around, because it's unnecessary. It's very unnecessary. And so God is telling us to celebrate and release things, to work on our relationships and grow closer, to forgive, and to look for positive resolutions in our conflicts. Because without resolution to conflict, there will be no peace. And we have to work and look for resolution to all of us. All of us. The High Priestess, Archangel Hinel, listen to your intuition. Have patience with yourself. Consider carefully what you want before acting. So, the message is to have patience. Consideration helps so much towards yourself first, and then towards others. And God's saying that let us work through consideration. Have compassion for oneself, consideration for oneself. And when you have consideration for yourself, you will have consideration for others. Right? Right. I just noticed that. Okay, let's see if we can get this here. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Love you. Okay, this reading is going to be, we're going to pull another card. Looks like we're getting some good advice for our energies today to uplift us. The angels are here, the energies, the God energies, the divine energies, angelic energies, the God energies. Ego, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. That is the ego. Negative or fear-based thoughts, that's the ego. A sense of being trapped, that's the ego. Being overly focused on material things, that's the ego. I myself have been guilty of being in my ego. Today, actually. the negative and the fear-based thoughts. Yeah, just like I said, I had a sense of being 7 years old again, and all of a sudden it was like I was there, and I was like, oh no. And it wasn't anything horrible. It was just, being rejected by my own mother, which caused a lot of internal pain to work through, and needing to understand what she'd been through so that I can understand why she could have rejected me, why she would, So it just, abuse just goes back. That's why it's so important to get it now, because what we do in our kids' life right now, they'll do in their kids'. And so it's really important to cut abuse off as soon as you see it. Any kind of abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse, emotional abuse. And to teach children to appreciate themselves, abuse to oneself and abuse to others. 7 of air. Plans may need revision. More going on than meets the eye. Poor timing. So, for some, this may be not good timing. The timing may be off. Things might not be going smooth. It feels like, everything's just a little bit off kilter. That's when we want to pray. Call upon the powers of the universe to guide us to the right place at the right time for the right reasons. 5 of water. Things not turning out the way you'd hope. Not seeing the positive in a situation. Crying over spilt milk. So perhaps we need to see the positive side of a situation. And they're in there. No matter what you're going through, there is a positive side. Even if you go through hell, by the time you get through it and get out on the other side, you're stronger than you ever were. So, the old saying is true. What don't kill you only makes you stronger. And I hate to say it that way, but yeah, be strong, ladies, gentlemen. Be strong. It is spiritual warfare going on, and our mental is spiritual, and we need to think good, positive thoughts. We need to have strong faith and lots of hope that these things are going to pan out, and they will. We're going to get through this. As I said, giving birth is not easy. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. Events are going on behind the scenes. God is changing things up. Keep your faith, keep your hope, and keep moving forward, because it is going to get better. It is going to get better. The wheel, Archangel Michael. A time of positive change. Yes, absolutely. Birth is a positive change. You're giving birth to new energy. And that's what we're bringing into this planet, a new collective consciousness. More about sharing and caring and living to the authentic self, and not so much of hoarding and taking. Yeah, to where everybody gets a piece of the pie, right? The Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to shut it on that. We're going through a lot, and, but keep a positive mind that giving birth is not easy, and changing the world is hard. Can you imagine? So we've been going at this approximately 50 years now. Things are changing quick now. There's no choice. They have to change. We have to change. Everything's changing. And with that being said, I wish you a namaste. I love you. May the power of the Holy Spirit be with you day by day. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day. Okay.